In this lecture, I would like to discuss some fundamental skills one should learn to master during the PhD. A first skill is reading. By this, I mean that one needs to be aware of the state of the art of research in the specific topic area and of the general background knowledge in the broader surrounding field of science. Although most reading is done in the initial stage of the research, more reading becomes necessary as one proceeds. If the topic has an interdisciplinary nature, background knowledge in other areas may also be necessary. For example, for a PhD in informatics, a general background is always necessary in theory, architecture, systems, languages, AI, and so on. A strong mathematical background is often key for research, but one may also need a specific in-depth inspection, for example, in algebra, graph theory, logic, statistical methods, or stochastic methods. For interdisciplinary work, often students may need to learn about cognitive psychology, social science, philosophy, neuroscience, linguistics, physics, control theory, and so on. A typical question a PhD student faces is, how much more reading do I need before I can start my own work? One should avoid two extremes: ignoring previous work and never finish reading. This may be called the Peter Pan syndrome. You never grow to start your own work. A good approach is start from clear understanding of the state of the art and read incrementally as you progress. Another skill one should master is writing. Writing is an essential part of the research process. Researchers write both from themselves and for others. They write for themselves because this allows keeping track of ideas as they arise during the work. Writing also helps to clarify informal ideas and solutions and to state conjectures in a precise form. Write-ups can also be used in day-by-day interactions with others. For example, as background material for meetings with the advisor. Finally, writing skills are fundamental because eventually a PhD student will need to disseminate research results in the PhD thesis and in research papers. A third important skill is presenting own work. A PhD student must learn to present his or her research both internally to the research group and externally. External presentations may be given in conferences or while visiting other research groups. Eventually, one will need to present when interviewing for a job or when asking for funding. Another skill that may be key for many kinds of research is building artifacts. Unless one does purely theoretical research, implementing experiments or implementing proof of concept prototypes may be necessary. The ability to combine conceptual with more practical work, bridging from theory to implementation, is increasingly valued in research. A final important skill is networking. That is, having connections with the research community. Paraphrasing a famous poem by John Donne, no researcher is an island entire of itself. You should know who are the active researchers in your specific area. Your advisor may help you getting in touch with them, trying to get feedback on what you're doing. You may try to meet them at conferences if you have opportunities to attend them. External experts may be invited to be members of your thesis committee if your department has this tradition. The ability to establish connections in your research community may eventually be very useful when you will need senior researchers to write letters when you will apply for positions or promotions.